Okie dokie. How are you doing? Another fireside chat. Uh, on my digital fireplace, right? I get this question all the time, oddly enough, tripod questions. And even back in photography school, which was 1991, Southeast Center Photographic Studies, I worked in 4 camera stores since then. I've had my hands on and got free rental. Yes, I actually got free rental of tripods for, well, I guess since the very earliest 90s. I'm pretty much a person that can't stand anything. I'm kind of like and it's good to actually find those people that have, they don't like much of anything. When they tell you something is awesome, that's probably the time you should listen. So far as tripods, I've actually hauled this one around quite a bit over the past year and a half or so, including a recent trip to Florida. Starting to get some rub on the feet, as you would on any tripod, because they're all got rubber feet, unless you actually extend the spikes. Anyway, my idea of, and this is partly subjective, but it's mostly objective, because the first thing I actually did before I purchased this SIRUI, this is the SIRUI, excuse me. I'm always mispronouncing SIRUI tripods because I'm used to saying SIRUI, but it's SIRUI, like you're going to sue somebody, and a manta ray, so SIRUI. The best tripod I've ever had my hands on, and there are a lot of tripods out there, I mean a lot. Nowhere near as many as camera bags, for example. And that's very subjective, whatever bag fits your body shape, for example, but I can't even imagine a finer tripod for a less expensive price, and I actually am more impressed by this SIRUI tripod, and you should only get this from a USA dealer because you get a 6-year warranty, and this is one case where you do not want to buy a gray market item like a lens or a camera that I'd recommend. I think these currently are $310. Carbon fiber, extremely lightweight, and compared to the Really Right Stuff, which I have used, and I forget the model number, the one that's comparable to this one actually extends further, has better wall thickness, and the actual tripod itself, I forget how many ounces less weight that it is, and I was actually far more impressed by this SIRUI for 1/3 the price, far more. Just like I say, forget names and stickers, which is really important. A lot of people are just impressed by a name. It's like, oh, well, so-and-so made it, it must be awesome. Far more impressed with the SIRUI T2205X than I was with the 3 times, actually over 3 times the price, Really Right Stuff tripod. I have my hands on a lot of tripods. What do I own? I think I own like 9 tripods right now, which is ridiculous. But this is the closest thing to perfection. It's actually near perfection for me. Obviously, the head that you choose to stick on it is of prime importance, but right now I've actually got a medium format ball head Manfrotto. SIRUI actually makes, also by the way, the #1 rated tripod in the world. If you go by hundreds and hundreds of Amazon reviews, all of which are basically 5-star, well, like 99% of them are, nearly 100% actually. I've actually never seen so many hundreds of reviews on a tripod or a monopod, in this case the monopod. I actually own a couple of them, and including their larger one. The P326, I believe it is. I use those with my larger prime lenses, and they're really inexpensive. They're only $100. Absolutely incredible. So the #1 tripod I'd actually recommend too is SIRUI. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Last time someone accused me of being sponsored, I posted up the full receipt showing I pay full retail for this, like you and everybody else. So I'm not getting anything from SIRUI. They are located in New Jersey. A lot of the camera companies are located in New Jersey. But this is it. I'm not going to extend it now, but it's just, this is it, fully collapsed. Obviously, you could stick whatever head you want on it. It also comes with a really nice zippered bag and a shoulder strap. A really nice one, not a chintzy one, but actually a really nice one. Also comes with an extender, which I have over here, which I don't have a need for, which actually lets you extend the center shaft section by about approximately 4 inches. I can't recall the exact length of extension. This one extends the most. It's the best made. Like I said before, I actually bought it. I wanted to see the locking gussets that are inside the legs, so I actually took one of the legs apart, and top quality, actually using not some sort of junky piece of plastic, but You're using a real carbon fiber locking ring inside the leg. Also took the 326 carbon fiber SIRUI monopod apart before I bought it, but I knew it was something spectacular when I saw hundreds years ago when I bought the first SIRUI, excuse me, I keep mispronouncing, SIRUI monopod, when I saw its incredible construction. And like I said, I'm a guy that it takes a lot to impress me, and I've actually never been more impressed by a higher quality tripod and monopod than SIRUI. You spend all the money in the world, and I've had my hands on those and used them, and I was not impressed. I mean, just a waste of money. Okay, it's a fine tripod, but actually the SIRUI was better for a third the price. And that is not hyperbole. That is not an exaggeration. Serious as a heart attack when I say that. Serious as a heart attack. A third the price, yet still a superior tripod. This one extends out further. It weighed a couple ounces or so less, and it was better made. It just is. There's no piece of inferior on this tripod. There are many items you'll find. It's like, well, the main support legs are superior. I mean, they all come. There's not too many places that are manufacturing carbon fiber tubing, and this is the case. But that's not what makes a tripod. I mean, it is, but the actual fit and fittings, the bushings, the locking rings, how they lock, how well they lock, how reliably they lock, the locking bushing that keeps the interior leg alignment in place. The center shaft, reversibility, also too, ingeniously, unlike the really, really expensive tripod, there's actually a hook. This would be upside down if I were using it, where I could actually hang a weight so that it keep my camera or whatever it is I stick on the top of this tripod from blowing over. Really ingenious. And this is also removable, and it's very quickly reversible, so you can actually hang the camera underneath. Reverse the center section to hang underneath the tripod, so you could do macro photography or like close-up video down low. But here you can actually see it extending, spring-loaded. Also, too, you're going to take this out. When you take stuff apart, this is where you see, it's like, well, where's the quality construction? It's like, well, I see quality here, but what about what's underneath the hood? You know, it's kind of like someone looking at a good paint job on a crummy car. Well, this one is not only the good on the outside, but good on the inside. The actual spring steel quality and the locking bushings that are actually used on this removable center section is top quality. All the money in the world wouldn't get you better than this. Superior quality in every way, shape, and form. So that's SIRUI USA. You can go to the website. I'll put a link below. You can buy from them directly or from one of their U.S. retailers. Like I said, I have no affiliation with the company. I get asked questions all the time about tripods and monopods. And SIRUI does make some other interesting tripods, including one that I have not yet used, which is actually a removable tripod leg that becomes a monopod, excuse me. And then you reattach it to the tripod. So if you're out in the field and you just only needed a monopod that day, you could just rip the leg off, not literally rip it off, but remove the leg and use that. And that's a SIRUI that I've not yet used. But simplicity is divinity, and the quality, fit, finish, construction, and yeah, this is my idea of perfection on a tripod. I can't even ever imagine myself wanting anything more than this. And also, too, something else I forgot, over the really expensive tripod, this one took a much higher, is rated higher for the amount of load that it will take. I forget the exact difference parameters. I used to know that a few months ago, but anyway, this is the 2205X, but SIRUI has a lot of other tripods to fit your needs. But I know for a fact that other than variations on load, height, and thickness, and they're all the same quality of manufacture, because I've had my hands on more than a few SIRUI tripods, but this is the one that is the generic perfection. Is there such thing as generic perfection? I don't know. That's what I'm going to call it, and that's what I'm sticking to. Generic perfection, because this is the oatmeal of tripods, which sounds lackluster, but it just means that it's the base, the salt of the earth, the foundation. Yeah, I think you get the point. So, a finer tripod does not exist, no matter how much money you spend. I've had my hands on expensive Gitsos and expensive, really expensive, way overpriced actually, really write stuff, and they do not impress me. Even if we removed all the price tags, it's like, which would you rather have? It's like, I'd rather have this SIRUI. Everything is not in a name, just because, like, oh, that's a really expensive tripod. You really think you're getting something extra? I'm sorry, no, not the case. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like these videos. I don't sell anything. I have no affiliate links, and so my recommendations are kind of like the Consumer Reports, if you will, of photography gear. Yeah, said the fat, bald, tattooed guy. Nevertheless, I want you to be happy and save money. There's certainly no need to get even a slightly inferior product and yet spend $600 more. I mean, that's ridiculous. You could stick that money towards lighting or another lens. Obviously so. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.